every county. This is your statewide newscast. Arkansas Today.
Good afternoon, I'm Mallory Brooks. Thanks for joining us for Arkansas Today on this Wednesday afternoon. A special edition this afternoon as we're asking for your help. Thousands of children need to go to the Boys and Girls Club after school, and they need our help to stay open. So today we're holding a telethon to benefit the Boys and Girls Club. You can make an impact on a child's life by calling the number on your screen right now, 501-340-4922. Again, that is 501-340-4922. We have these wonderful volunteers standing by. They have taken their lunch hour to take your calls, so please make those phones ring because we do not want the Boys and Girls Club to have to shut their doors. We also have a banner on the top of each page of our websites that you see there. You can click here to donate online. We'll be speaking with the Boys and Girls Club coming up, but again, 501-340-4922. We're just waiting to hear those phones ring any minute. It will happen. In the meantime, let's take a look at some local headlines. Sheepdog impact assistance making a difference in the Bahamas after Hurricane Dorian barreled through the islands. They drove to Miami last week and traveled by cruise line to the Bahamas, arriving on Sunday. Sheepdog is cleaning out homes, tarping roofs, delivering meals, and distributing basic medical supplies to families. They've also been doing chainsaw work and helping homeowners protect themselves from more rain.
We're working in got about 10 feet of water, so pretty much the entire home was flooded, and we're working to muck that out, repair what we can on the roof, and give them a chance to start the rebuilding process.
The plan as of right now is to come back to Arkansas within the next day or two, but their work isn't done. Sheepdog plans to head back to the Bahamas in the next week and a half to 2 weeks to lend a helping hand in any way possible. A couple is recognized for saving the life of a baby who was left in a hot car. Kelly O'Neill shows us the Pea Ridge community is honoring their quick thinking.
He dove right in and unlocked the door for me to get the baby.
A standing ovation as Michelle and Nathan Holt received the Life-Saving Citizen Award for rescuing a 4-month-old baby boy left in a hot car in a Walmart parking lot.
Both of him and I were pretty emotional the first week or so after that.
Pea Ridge Police, Fire, and the mayor handed over the rare honor at the Pea Ridge City Council meeting for what they call a life-saving decision.
If they had not had taken the actions that they took that day, we'd be having a very different story right now. This baby would have not have survived, and we would have been working a homicide that day, no doubt about it.
Police released this video surveillance of the incident. The baby was inside the car for 45 minutes. The heat index at the time, around 105 degrees.
The baby was in really bad shape. It wasn't breathing. It was having a hard time struggling to stay coherent and stay awake.
After busting out the back window with the brick, they immediately undressed the baby and took him inside the store to the deli section to cool him down.
For this full-time mom to say she forgot her child in the car is unbelievable to me.
Holt says while she didn't need the recognition, she's hopeful it can remind people to be more cognizant of their surroundings.
A couple weeks after that happened, my niece actually found a baby in a car to come and go. Just our story helped her remember, hey, I need to check and see if there's something in that car, and there was. So if that can happen more often, that's what this story brings, and that's what we want.
And police tell us that the baby was treated at Arkansas Children's Hospital and has since made a full recovery.
And the small town of Oak Grove has been invited to be featured in Small Towns podcast, which reaches an international audience. They've been selected from a pool of 8 people that shrunk to 5, or 8 towns rather, that shrunk to 5, submitted by the mayor. It will also include some highlights from surrounding cities and towns such as Tallulah and Lake Providence. The goal is to share more about small town life, everything from the good times to the struggles.
Hopefully, hearing the stories of how we have done things here in Oak Grove will be beneficial to other communities, or possibly get the word out there to get visitors or potential investors or folks who want to relocate to our community.
The Fisk Theater and the Legion Hut are a few of the places that will be featured. Social media giants are testifying on Capitol Hill today about their role in the spread of online hate that can lead to real-world violence. Representatives from Facebook, Twitter, and Google facing questions from the Senate Commerce Committee on how extremist content online can incite violence. George Selam of the Anti-Defamation League also testified, recommending lawmakers pass legislation to address the growing threats of domestic terrorism and white supremacy.
The online environment today amplifies hateful voices worldwide and facilitates the coordination, recruitment, and propaganda that fuels the extremism that terrorizes our communities.
The hearing also addressed the role of websites on the dark web to amplify those voices. On Monday, the House Judiciary Committee heard over objections over Republican holding of its first impeachment investigation hearing. Democrats are expected to grill Republicans, calling the proceedings a charade. Bree Jackson reports.
You should be here to be telling the truth, because the truth will set you free.
Democrats clashed with President Trump's former campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, over his private conversations with President Trump.
How many times did he direct you to deliver a message to a member of his cabinet?
The White House has directed I not disclose the substance of any discussions with the president.
House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler says Lewandowski's testimony is critical to determining whether the president obstructed justice.
We intend to secure accountability for any wrongdoing, because no one is above the law, not even the President of the United States.
Democrats say the Trump administration is engaging in a cover-up by limiting what Corey Lewandowski can say. But Republicans say these impeachment hearings are a meaningless show.
You like having the press here, you like the cameras, because it makes it appear like something's happening that's not.
Georgia Congressman Doug Collins says the Democrats are grasping for reasons to impeach the president, but can't find the votes to move forward. And Ohio Republican Steve Chabot says the hearings are distracting Congress from more important issues.
We're spending our time on this fake impeachment, but we could be focused on something that really matters, like immigration.
But Democratic leaders say they plan to keep investigating until all their questions are answered. In Washington, Bree Jackson.
Bree, thank you. And according to the Mueller report, President Trump asked Lewandowski to direct then Attorney General Jeff Sessions to curb the Russia probe. But Lewandowski told lawmakers he never delivered that message. Well, coming up, our special guest panel in the studio. We're talking about the importance of keeping the Boys and Girls Club open. Please call right now. Let's get more of those phones ringing. 501-340-4922. Again, that's 501-340-4922. Even the smallest donation can make a difference for kids here in the state. Plus, coming up in your Pig Trail Nation report, the main concern, not how the Hogs start, it's how they finish. Stick around to see how the Hogs are planning on fixing that.